he still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more lenient sentence here, higher trial process, and make his sentencing even harsher because he's not pleading guilty.
Because for its clouds, and also desecrating the statue that memorializes. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places. If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life or do something.
I got one surprise. I'm gonna leave this here. They think that they can defeat me. These Koreans, they can defeat Johnny Somali.
I'm really not scared of anything. There's a fear of the unknown. I've been in foreign prison before, and if I have to do it again, I will.
Johnny Somali keeps sinking deeper into trouble, and now South Koreans are determined to make him pay. That's right. He's currently being cornered and restricted from every direction in South Korea. On top of that, the South Korean public is fully prepared and already planning their next moves to punish him.
If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life or do something.
There are even talks of releasing a full documentary that would completely expose him. And Johnny Somali isn't the only one at risk. If that documentary comes out, ICE Poseidon's wrongdoings could also come to light. At least, that's what people are saying. Right now, it seems South Koreans want to completely ruin Johnny Somali, and this time, he might finally face real consequences. But will it actually happen? Stick around until the end. As you know, after his last court hearing where he suffered a massive defeat, because everything turned against him and his plans collapsed, his insults towards South Korea were not forgotten. The things Johnny Somali said and did continue to linger in people's minds, as he repeatedly disrespected both the nation and its people.
Japan, come back and take Korea. You know what I gotta do for these Koreans? These Koreans wanna put me in war in jail? I got one surprise. I'm gonna leave this here. Hold on. They think that they can defeat me. These Koreans, they can defeat Johnny Somali.
When South Koreans tried to shut him down, he responded with shady tactics, insulting remarks, mockery, and blatant disrespect toward everyone.
Do you admit the charges? Is there anything you want to say? Do you admit the charges? Don't you want to apologize?
I love North.
But those days are long gone. Now, South Koreans are taking a stand. They are united against Johnny Somali and are pushing for him to be punished. Remember, someone even punched Johnny Somali in the past.
Police station right now. What the are you doing? Why don't you talk and have a conversation?
And in a recent video from creator Atosi, that same man, named Young Do, the one who punched Johnny Somali, came forward and exposed everything about him. He revealed exactly what South Koreans intend to do against Johnny, and you can see it all in that video.
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country. Just by his behavior, just made me feel like furious. Made me go like blind rage just by harassing women and children and elderly people because for its clouds, and also desecrating the statue that memorializes women who were forced into by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk.
Here's the reality. Any South Korean who truly values their country cannot simply overlook what Johnny Somali did to its people and its culture. His actions went far beyond simple disrespect. Johnny has been involved in shady behavior worldwide, leaving a trail of insults and contempt everywhere he goes. So, while it's hard to openly support anyone attacking him, it's also difficult to completely condemn the punishments the South Koreans have tried to enforce. And now, it's clearer than ever. There's even someone explaining exactly what South Koreans truly intend for Johnny Somali, and how his own actions left him with no choice but to respond this way.
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people recognize him for wrong reasons. Johnny was live streaming. I decided to call my friends, so we started to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure where this guy is. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So, and all of a sudden I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up.
He even offered Johnny Somali advice on what steps he should take if he genuinely wants to escape from South Korea.
If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life or do something.
So honestly, when anyone watches this clip, they'll agree that what the South Korean people did to Johnny Somali was exactly what he deserved. And truthfully, the South Korean mindset makes complete sense. As mentioned earlier, people are now coming forward to expose both Johnny Somali and Ice Poseidon. Reports claim that the upcoming documentary will be unbiased and reveal the full truth about both of them. If it actually gets released, Johnny Somali could land in even deeper trouble in South Korea. In fact, a YouTube channel called Culture Brat has already dropped a trailer for it. I really respect this move from the South Korean side because it might finally uncover everything. And in another video, Atosi pointed out that Johnny Somali still hasn't shown any remorse or admitted guilt. According to sources, this means he could be hit with the harshest consequences possible.
He still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more lenient sentence here because for some reason he just keeps doubling down. His whole strategy here does not make sense because he was hit with 8 charges. And while that could make sense if you're in the US, here in Korea, under his circumstances, that does not make sense whatsoever because he's ran out of money. He's using Hank's money to keep paying for his own attorney. And this is only going to prolong the entire trial process and make his sentencing even harsher because he's not pleading guilty.
So as you can see, both experts and the general public agree, Johnny Somali doesn't realistically stand a chance. His career in South Korea is as good as finished. But what about his own intentions? What did he say before all this went down? If you remember, or maybe you don't, Johnny Somali once admitted that if he ever managed to escape, he would stop chasing clout altogether. Instead, he claimed he would settle for a regular job. You can hear him say this directly in that video.
Even if I did shut it off and say I quit this Johnny Somali character, I'm just gonna go back to being Ramsey. I'm gonna use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America. I feel like I've had so many experiences that have been life-changing, and the resiliency it's given me, like really what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been through a lot of shit. And I feel like if I quit, what was the point of it?
Now, whether Johnny Somali can actually survive prison is another question. Remember, he previously bragged about escaping several prisons in the past and claimed he isn't afraid of jail at all.
Maybe it affected the part of my brain that has like the self-preservation or the fear part, you know? Because I'm really not scared of anything. There's a fear of the unknown. I've been in foreign prison before, and if I have to do it again, I will.
That's the point he's been repeating. He insists he's already served time before, so if South Koreans lock him up, it won't scare him. But let me ask you, after hearing that, does what Johnny Somali says really make any sense? Or do you believe there's still a serious chance he could slip away again? People everywhere are worried about this situation. Nobody wants him to get away without consequences. The world wants to see Johnny Somali finally held accountable.
Do you know who Johnny Somali is?
I mean, who doesn't know?
Do you have any opinions or thoughts about his situation?
I mean, he f***ed around and he found out, so that's how it is.
Not a fan.
Nope.
I think he needs to pay the price. It's about time. He's gotten away with it everywhere he's gone without any repercussions. He needs to do time.
I think we should lock him up. I think when he came to Korea, he got beat up. Actually, I don't want to say he deserved it because obviously violence is not the way, but he kind of deserved it. I don't know.
And he want to go to China next time. If he go to China,
Nope.
I really want him to like get back. You know, I don't want him back in like more in Asia country. He's so disrespectful, so I don't like him.
Clearly, frustration toward Johnny Somali and his shady behavior has spread worldwide. That's why so many people are demanding consequences. So now the question is, will South Koreans actually succeed in punishing him? Or will Johnny Somali and his supporters try something drastic to make things worse? What's your take on all of this? Share your thoughts.